Hi, today I'm getting ready for attending a conference in Dallas and I am just going through and packing. So hopefully I can bring you guys along just the raw behind the scenes work that it actually takes to attend a conference. I have just shot another video where I break down the 5 things that I think people should do to prepare to make the most out of a conference. And that video is something that I pretty much filmed for my younger self, the things that I wish I would have known. Over the years, I have attended quite a few different conferences from academic as well as now that I'm in industry as an exhibitor. So those 2 types of conferences look quite different and the goals look very different, but I think the preparation is still the same. So I think the content that I recorded, if you wanted to check it out, is really relevant, especially for first-gen folks or people who have never been to a conference. It's really valuable. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pack my bag. That's one of the most stressful parts, I think, for me, because I want to make sure I don't overpack. I don't like carrying too many things. So I have a stack and I just need to cut down because this is a lot. So come along. This is just the reality of life. This conference is a little different for me because they have like dress codes. There's like 2 cowboy themed days and then there's one day where it's a march and they're asking people to bring a red shirt. I don't even think I own a red shirt, so we'll see how this works out. I'm just gonna first take the clothes that I'm gonna wear during the conference itself, and then I can bring some additional outfits for the day-to-day outside of the conference. Usually when I travel alone and for like a shorter time, I love this tiny suitcase because it's enough to carry my clothes and toiletries and everything, but I might need the bigger one. My mom and family members have always told me that they're not really sure what I do for work, and so maybe this type of vlog content will give them a bit of an idea of the types of things I do for work. Where are my glasses? Hold on, I need to find my glasses. When I tell people that I'm traveling for work, they don't really understand what that means. And typically that means that I'm going to a conference on behalf of my company, or it's an in-person meeting where I'm doing a demo or talking to clients or for any other type of in-person meeting. This time around, we're headed to Dallas for the NALA conference, and I'll be promoting our company as a whole, but more specifically our app, which is called Positive People. This is an app I co-created with Professor Intron from Syracuse University. We built it from scratch. We did a lot of research to understand the community of people living with HIV. Stigma was a huge problem for the community, and so we sought to make an app with the people that it affects. We did a lot of user research, focus groups, interviews, testing, and the app has been live for a little while now, but it's very slow growing. It's a really tough community to reach. It's a very marginalized, stigmatized community, and especially groups that are already marginalized and have a specific culture like Latinos or Black individuals. It's really hard on them and their families and the culture. So it is a hard to reach population. And so hopefully this conference will allow us to generate some leads. My goal is always to connect with people that are interested in our products and just build connections. Networking is a big part of what we do to encourage promotion and sales of our products. I have been recently promoted to Director of Product at our company, and I'm really excited to be in that role. I was formerly a product manager, and now we're getting to a point where we're hiring more people, and I'm just really excited about the opportunities that that's gonna bring. I need to update my business cards because right now they still have the old title. I didn't have time to create new business cards since this is so new, but that's okay. One thing that I did do, and I mentioned in the last video of the things that you should do to prepare for a conference, is I talked about the importance of updating your LinkedIn profile. And so I did do that. I went ahead and added my new role, and I made sure to freshen up my profile image. I think that's always important. And I also did a post about attending the conference. I think that is something that more and more people are doing because they see the value in LinkedIn. I've been a proponent of LinkedIn for a long time, and I do believe that it provides a lot of value. I actually worked at an engineering company, and as part of my role, one of my tasks was to create social media training and help leadership and managers update their LinkedIn presence and put together a lot of checklists and how-tos and training on how people should be updating their social media. So I'm very cognizant about making sure your photo's up to date, your headline's up to date, your bio, adding a complete history of your employment on there, adding any certifications you have. The cover image is really important too. That is a lot of real estate where you can add more information about yourself or your aspirations or where you're at in your career journey and the type of people you're trying to attract. So don't be shy about LinkedIn. Write some articles. There's a free place where you can publish what you're thinking or your expertise. Put a portfolio up, add links, images. LinkedIn allows you to do all that. You could even leverage LinkedIn Learning. So one thing I need to do while I get ready for a conference is just lay out everything that I'm gonna take. You know, just piles and piles. And then organize it by outfit so that I know what I'm wearing each day. Outfit number 1 is this one. Outfit number 2 is this one. Sometimes I even take pictures of the outfits so I don't forget. So outfit number 2, and then outfit number 3 was this one with this button down. And then for outside of the conference, I do have jeans, plus the conference explicitly called for jeans, denim, and cowboy boots, which I didn't want to have to pack cowboy boots, but you know, I'm gonna do it. Cowgirl boots, here we go, so I can be on theme. Okay, this is probably more than what I'll need, and it's hard to get it down to this cube, but this is why these are magical. We're gonna get it. See? All my conference outfits packed. That's heavier than I usually go, but so I wanna make sure I have enough clothes for after the conference. Okay, it's a little bit later. I'm almost finished packing. I grabbed my conference clothes, but while I'm thinking about it, one thing that I wanted to throw in here and just get people's opinions if you have them. Are you interested more in behind the scenes messy content like this, or do you prefer more polished content with clear steps, guides, wanting to make sure that the things that I'm producing become valuable for someone, even if that's just one person out there that I can help out? So please let me know. I would love your feedback on that. And speaking of, just to close this video out, I think I'm gonna put together a conference checklist, something that you could download, some sort of conference guide that highlights the specific checklist of things that I do to prepare to make the most out of conferences. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I just recorded earlier a video on what I think you should do in advance of attending a conference. So please let me know if that would be of value, and I'm also gonna link the other video. Hopefully that gets edited and comes out before this one. So I'll link that below as well. And like I said earlier, I will be recording at the conference and just tracking my takeaways and my thoughts as I come up on new ideas and things that might be helpful. So make sure that you subscribe and are following along so you can stay up to date on those videos as well. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.